The day my husband tried to evict me from the house I paid for was the same day a federal agent froze every account he secretly opened in my name. My name is Vanessa Cole. I'm 34 years old, and until last year, I thought I had the kind of life people in Dallas, Texas envy. 5-bedroom brick home in a quiet suburb. White kitchen. 2 cars in the driveway. A husband who told everyone he'd built everything from scratch. That husband was Ethan. We met when I was finishing grad school. He was charming, confident, ambitious. He told me I was the smartest woman he'd ever met. He said we'd build an empire together. And we did. At least, I thought we did. I handled the finances. I worked remote in corporate accounting. Stable income. Good benefits. Clean credit. Ethan ran a small logistics company. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid well. Or so I believed. The first red flag wasn't dramatic. It was small. A late-night phone call he took outside. Then password changes. Then sudden business trips. But I ignored it. Because when you love someone, your mind edits the truth before your heart can see it. The real betrayal didn't start with another woman. It started with a letter. Certified mail. From the IRS. I remember the exact moment. I was standing in our kitchen, barefoot, sunlight pouring across the marble counters. Intent to levy. My hands went cold. According to that letter, I owed over $187,000 in unpaid business taxes. But I don't own a business. Ethan does. I thought he did. When I confronted him, he laughed. Babe, it's just paperwork. You're listed as a managing partner for tax purposes. It's nothing. Nothing. Then why did the documents show loans I never signed? Credit lines I never approved? 3 shell LLCs opened under my social security number? That's when I checked my credit report. I felt like I was falling through the floor. 6 maxed-out business cards. 2 delinquent equipment leases. And a personal guarantee tied to our house. Our house. The one I paid the down payment on. I confronted him again. This time he didn't laugh. He got cold. You're my wife. What's mine is yours. No. What's yours was mine. And he had buried me in it. Then came the final blow. A message on social media. A woman. You deserve to know he's been living with me in Houston half the week. Half the week. While I was here. Fighting for our future. I broke that night. I locked myself in the guest bathroom and cried until my chest hurt. Not because of the other woman. Not even because of the money. But because I realized I had been used. My income. My credit. My trust. Everything. The next morning, I almost packed a bag. Almost walked away. But then I remembered something. I'm an accountant. And numbers don't lie. People do. For 3 weeks, I stayed quiet. I made coffee like normal. Smiled like normal. I watched. I copied bank statements. Downloaded transaction histories. Saved emails. And then I found the mistake he didn't know he made. He had routed several payments from his Houston side company into a business account opened under my name. Which meant legally, I wasn't the victim. I was the owner. I hired a forensic accountant. Then a federal tax attorney. Then I filed identity theft and fraud documentation. Quietly. Strategically. Ethan thought I was scared. He thought I was too emotional to understand business. He underestimated the woman who balanced his books for 7 years. The thumbnail moment happened on a Saturday afternoon. Ethan decided to host a company barbecue in our backyard. Clients. Employees. Investors. He loved showing off the house. Loved saying, "My wife and I built this." He didn't know 2 unmarked federal vehicles were parked down the street. Right as he was giving a toast about growth and expansion, 2 agents walked through the side gate. Everyone turned. Music stopped. One agent asked calmly, "Are you Ethan Cole?" The look on his face. That was the moment. Shock. Confusion. Then fear. They handed him documentation regarding tax fraud, identity theft, and financial misrepresentation. In front of everyone. Clients stepped back. Investors whispered. His phone buzzed non-stop. Accounts frozen. Lines of credit suspended. Assets under review. He looked at me across the yard. Like I had betrayed him. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I simply said, "You should have put the house in your name." The house, legally, was protected under my separate credit structure. His name wasn't on the primary loan. Because years ago, his credit was too unstable. Irony. By sunset, his company's website was offline. By Monday, his investors pulled out. By Friday, the Houston girlfriend stopped answering his calls. The divorce wasn't dramatic. It was quiet, clinical, calculated. He tried to claim half the property. But forensic reports showed the financial fraud trail. The judge didn't smile. He didn't need to. Ethan walked away with debt. I walked away with my home. Clean credit restored. Charges pending against him. And something even more valuable. Peace. The most painful part wasn't losing a husband. It was realizing I almost lost myself. I almost believed I was weak. I almost believed I should stand by my man. But loyalty without respect is self-destruction. And love without honesty is manipulation. Today, I wake up in the same house. But it feels different. Lighter. Sunlight hits the kitchen counter the same way it did the day that letter arrived. The difference? Now I own every inch of my life. And he owns every consequence of his lies. Revenge isn't screaming. It isn't chaos. It's documentation. It's patience. It's watching someone underestimate you, while you quietly build the case that ends them. And if you're listening to this right now, feeling trapped, remember something. The person who studies the numbers controls the outcome. And I studied everything.
Before you go, I just want to say thank you for spending your time with this story and being part of this journey. If this video moved you, taught you something, or made you feel less alone, please like the video and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Revenge Uncut. We're working hard to reach our first 1,000 subscribers, and your support truly means everything to us. Every single subscription helps this channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you real, emotional, and powerful stories like this one. Most importantly, leave a comment below. Tell us what you felt, what stood out to you, or what this story meant to you. We genuinely read every single comment, and your words inspire us more than you know. Thank you for being here, thank you for your support, and thank you for being part of the Revenge Uncut family.